So a very good afternoon everyone. Myself Prateek Mishra and I welcome you all to the YouTube platform of IMS Gate Academy. Welcome to the Gate Score Booster session of Construction Material and Management. Just like yesterday, one subject is structural analysis where you can score high marks. The another subject is Construction Material and Management. Any question coming from this segment, make sure that you attempt it with 100% accuracy without committing any silly mistake. It is one of the area from where you can fetch 100% marks whatever question is asked in the examination. Today my target is to cover almost all the important previous year gate questions, especially from PERT and CPM. Whatever PYQs have come, I have included that in my slide and we will discuss that in our session. And we will also going to discuss few things about engineering economics which are more relevant from exam point of view. Okay. Before that, before I should start the session, just confirm whether audio video is clear, everything is good. Just kindly confirm audio video, everything is good. Just kindly confirm audio video is clear, everything is going good. Just quickly confirm audio video. Yeah, good afternoon Mathan. Just quickly confirm audio video is clear. Please confirm it once. Audio video is clear. Okay sir, chalo. So we have launched this course which is called as Test Series Plus. It is offered to you at a discounted price of 20% where we are providing you with India's largest test series containing 130 plus tests which includes subject test, chapter test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test and the full length mock test. In this Test Series Plus, we are also providing you with the 2 gate question bank, one for maths and aptitude and another one for technical subjects. We are also providing you with the doubt solving portal, and along with that, if you crack the gate examination with a good rank, you will also get the post gate guidance and the mock interview preparation in this Test Series Plus course. We at IMS Gate Academy, we offer you 4 different types of courses where we provide you with 800 hours of live teaching. With doubt solving and interaction, we provide you with theory and exercise book containing 4,000 practice questions well versed in level 1, level 2 and level 3. And along with that, we provide you with the 34 years of gate question bank containing detailed solution, alternate solution with key points and chapter overview. And we provide you with a flagship program of mentoring where we are providing you with a 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring session. Along with that, we are providing you with India's largest test series. If you want to know more about our course detail, you can book a free counseling session for which the link is given to you in the description box. If you want to join a Test Series Plus course, again, you will find a Google form link in which you can fill your details and you will be enrolled after paying the fees of a discounted price of 20%. With that, I would just like to start my session, and this time I will start my session directly with the question. It's a Gate 24 question which is asking us to calculate the total duration of the project in days, and this is the dependency which is given to you. Activities A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, K, L are the activities, then durations are like this, dependency is like this. So first thing is, my dear, you need to draw the network diagram. Okay, so activity A is the starting activity. Let me draw this. So this is my activity A, which is the starting activity. This is activity A, which is starting activity. Then you have activity B, which is dependent on activity A. This is my activity B, which is dependent on activity A. Okay, let me draw in the new page here. So this is your activity A. And then you have activity B, which is dependent on activity A. Next you have activity C, which is dependent on activity B. So this is activity C, which is dependent on activity B. Okay, sir. Now next you have activity D, which is dependent on activity C and L. But right now you can see I don't know anything about activity L. I only know about activity C. So activity D is dependent on activity C and activity L. So this is activity D, which is dependent on activity C and activity L. So for time being, I will draw activity L like this. Then next, you have activity F, which is dependent on activity A. So this is my activity F, which is dependent on activity A. Okay, sir. Then I have activity G, which is dependent on activity F. Okay, sir. This is activity G, which is dependent on activity F. Then next is you have activity H, which is dependent on activity G and L. This is activity H, which is dependent on activity G and activity L. Okay, sir. So I will just draw a activity L like this. Still I don't know anything about this activity L. Okay, check this out. Then I have activity K, which is dependent on activity A. So this is my activity K, which is dependent on activity A. One more thing here, that activity F is dependent on activity A, I guess. Activity F is dependent on activity A. So I have to just shift this diagram a bit. I have to shift it like this. This is activity F, which is dependent on activity A, right? Okay, sir. Next you have activity L, which has precedence with activity F and activity K. So activity F and activity K, I have activity L. Okay, sir. So what I need to do here is, I will do it like this. This is activity B, this is activity K, and then you have activity L. And I will draw it, and I will develop this relation using a dummy D1. Okay. Then activity L is also the preceding activity for D and activity H. So this is activity D. So for this, I need to join it with a dummy like this. This is dummy D2, and then again this dummy D3. Okay, and then I have these two as the finishing activity. So what I will do is, this is activity H and this is activity D. So like this, I need to draw the network diagram. Just check how many of you have done this network diagram correctly. It includes 3 dummies, dummy D1, dummy D2 and D3. Okay, sir. Let me number the events. You have this first event, then second event, then this will be the third event, this will be fourth event, this will be fifth, and then this will be sixth, seventh and eighth, and then this will be event number 9. Okay. They are asking you to calculate the project duration. I told you one thing, whenever you need to find out the project duration, just do the forward pass calculation. The earliest occurrence time of the finish event of the project is the project duration. Please do that. So activity A has a duration of 8 days, B is 4 days. So B, C, D, F, G has a duration of 4 days. So till G I have duration of 4 days and activity A is 8 days. So B, C, D, F, G, this is 4 days. Then H is 6, K is 10. H is 6, where is H? Activity H is 6, K is 10, and activity L is 6 days. Now just do the forward pass calculation, calculate the earliest occurrence time of all the events. You can check it this out. The earliest occurrence time of event 1 is 0 because it is the start event of the project. So earliest occurrence time for event 1 is 0. The earliest occurrence time for event 2 will be 0 plus 8, that is 8. The earliest occurrence time of event 4 will be 8 plus 4, 12. The earliest occurrence time for event 3 will be 8 plus 4, again 12. Then earliest occurrence time of this event will be 12 plus 0 will be 12, and 8 plus 10 is 18. So we will take the maximum value, that is 18 here, right? Then coming to this event, you have 18 plus 6. So 18 plus 6 is 24. Now 24 plus 0 is 24 and 12 plus 4 is 16. So again I will take the maximum value 24. Here 12 plus 4 is 16 and 24 plus 0 is again 24. Then 24 plus 4 is 28 and 24 plus 6 is 30. So this is the earliest occurrence time of the finish event. Hence, this is the project duration. So project duration is 30 days. Project duration, the answer to this question is, project duration is 30 days. Project duration is 30 days. Okay. It was a question asked in GATE 24. You can simply attempt this question like this. Okay, chalo, moving ahead with this, try this next question. This time I'll give you some time. Take 2 minutes of time and solve this question. Go for it. Take 2 minutes of time and please solve this question. Please solve this question. Please solve it. Please solve this GATE question. It's a GATE 2022 question. So question is saying that the activities of a project are given in the following table along with their durations and dependency. So you have activity A, B, C, D and E and the dependency is given to you. They are asking you to calculate total float of an activity E. First of all, draw the network diagram, then we will calculate the total float. So you have activity A and activity B are the starting activity because there is no dependency. So this is activity A and then this is activity B. These two are the starting activities. Okay, sir. Then you have activity C which depends on A and activity D which depends on B. Okay, sir. Activity C which depends on A. This is activity C which depends on A and activity D which depends on B. Okay. And then you have activity E which has precedence relation with activity B and C. So what you need to do is, first of all, this activity D will be finishing to the finish event of the project. This will be activity D. Now you have to connect B to C with a dummy like this to develop this dependency. This is dummy D1, duration will be 0. And then from C to D, you will, C to this event, you will draw this activity E. So this is your network diagram. I hope all of you have done this network diagram correctly. Just quickly reply in the comment box, in the chat box, whether you have done this correctly or not. The next thing is you have to number the event. So this is my event number 1, then this will be event 2, this will be event 3, then next will be event 4, event 5. So this is how you should number the event, right? Now you have to just write down the duration. So activity A is having a duration of 10 days, activity B is 12 days, activity C is 5 days, activity D is 14 days, activity E is 10 days. What they are asking us to calculate total float of an activity E. So for calculating the total float of activity E, you will require the latest occurrence time of the head event and the earliest occurrence time of the tail event. So for that you need to do the backward pass calculation. Chalo, please do it quickly. So the earliest occurrence time of event 1 is 0. Then earliest occurrence time of event 2 will be 0 plus 10, that is 10. Earliest occurrence time for event 3 will be 0 plus 12, that is 12. The earliest occurrence time for event 4 will be 10 plus 5, 15, and 12 plus 0 will be 12. So this will be 15, maximum value. 15 plus 10 is 25, and 12 plus 14 is 26. So the earliest occurrence time of event 5 is 26. Now go for the backward pass calculation where you calculate the latest occurrence time of the event. So the latest occurrence time of this event is 26. For this event, it will be 26 minus 10. So 26 minus 10 is 16. Then for this event, it will be 26 minus 14 is 12 and 16 minus 0 is 16. So we will take the minimum value in backward pass calculation. So 26 minus 14 is 12. Now 16 minus 5 is 11 and here 12 minus 12 will be 0. 11 minus 10 will be 1. 12 minus 12 will be 0. So this is the forward and the backward pass calculation. Now you have to just observe this activity E. So this is activity E, this is event 4, activity E and event 5. The duration of activity E is how much? 10 days. The earliest occurrence time of tail event is 15, latest occurrence time is 16. So I will write this 15, 16. And for head event, it is 26 by 26. If you want to write down the formula for total float, so total float is equal to latest occurrence time of head event, minus activity duration, latest occurrence time of head event minus activity duration minus earliest occurrence time of tail event, right? So what you need to do is, you have to just highlight this 26 minus 10 minus 15. 26 minus 10 minus 15 will be the total float for this activity E. So total float for activity E is 26 minus 10 minus 15. So 26 minus 10 minus 15 will be 1. So total float for activity E is equal to 1. Here only I would like to tell you one thing. Those activity for which total float is 0 are identified as critical activities, and the path joining the critical activity is termed as the critical path. So first you have calculate total float. Okay. Now one more thing, using this question only, I would like to define one more term, that is slack of an event. Slack of an event is latest occurrence time minus earliest occurrence time of an event. Latest occurrence time minus earliest occurrence time of an event. Denominator minus numerator is the slack of an event. So slack of event 5 is equal to slack of event 5 is equal to 26 minus 26, that is 0. Similarly, slack of event 4 is 16 minus 15, that is 1. Okay. So this is the head event for activity E and this is the tail event for activity E. Total float is latest occurrence time of head event minus activity duration minus earliest occurrence time of tail event. Then one more type of float is there which is called as free float. So free float of activity E is equal to total float of activity E, total float for activity E minus head event slack, minus head event slack. So what is free float for activity E? Free float for activity E will be equal to total float is 1 and head event slack is 0. So 1 minus 0 will be 1. This is the free float for activity E. On the same note, we have one more thing which is called as independent float. Independent float. So independent float of activity E, independent float of activity E is equal to free float of activity E, free float of activity E minus tail event slack, minus tail event slack. So first you need to calculate total float, from that you will calculate free float, from that you will calculate independent float. So independent float for activity E is equal to free float for activity E, that is 1, minus tail event slack. So tail event is 4. So 1 minus 1 will be 0. So they have only asked you to find out the total float. We have calculated free float, independent float, and I have also told you how to calculate slack of an event, right? So everything depends upon how you are drawing the network diagram. If you are drawing the network diagram correctly, then the calculation will not be a problem. But if you have drawn incorrect network diagram, then definitely you will find calculating all these things very, very challenging. Okay, let's move to the next question. Try this one. Have 2 minutes of time, go for it. Go for it. Go for it, go for it. Keep solving the question. The question says that the project activities are given in the following table along with their duration. It's a GATE 2022 question, by the way. You have activities P, Q, R, S, T, duration is given to you and dependency is also given to you. You need to find out total project duration and you need to find out the critical path. Okay, sir. Let's see this. So So first draw the network diagram. So you can see activity P and Q are the starting activity. There is no dependency of activity P and Q. So this will be activity P and this will be activity Q. Then you have activity R, which is depending on activity P, and activity S depending on activity Q. This is activity R and this is activity S. Okay, sir. And then you have activity T, which is depending on both activity P and Q. Now, how to establish this relation? For that, you need to take two dummy activities like this. This is dummy activity D1 and this is another dummy activity D2. And from this event, you need to take this activity T. So this will be your activity T. And the finish event of activity T is also the finish event of the project. So this is activity S here. This is activity S and this will be activity T. Sorry, activity R. And this is your dummy D1. Okay. So like this, you need to draw the network diagram, and after drawing the network diagram, you need to calculate the project duration. So project duration is easy. You have to just do the forward pass calculation. So please number the events. This is my event number 1. This is event 2, 3. This event 4. This is event 5. Activity duration. P is 10 days. Q is 12 days. Then dummy D1 is 0. Dummy D2 is also 0. Then activity R is 5 days. Activity S is 10 days. Activity T is also 10 days. Okay. Do the forward pass calculation. So for forward pass calculation, this is earliest occurrence time of event 1 is 0. For event 2, it will be 0 plus 10, that is 10. For event 3, it will be 0 plus 12, which is 12. For event 4, it will be 12 plus 0 and 10 plus 0. So maximum value is 12. Then for event 5, from this path, it is 12 plus 10, that is 22. From here, it is also 22. And from here, it is 15. So the earliest occurrence time of event 5 is 22, sorry. This is 22. And this is also the project duration. So first thing I got to know that project duration is 22 days. Okay. Next, for finding out the critical path, you have to calculate total float for all the activities. And activities which are having 0 total float are termed as critical activity, and the path joining the critical activities is termed as critical path. Okay, sir. So 22, do the backward pass calculation. So 22, latest occurrence time of event 5 is also 22. For event 4, it will be 22 minus 10, that is 12. And for this event 2, it will be 12 minus 0, and from here it will be 22 minus 5. So the minimum value is 12 minus 0, that is 12. Here it will be 12 minus 0, again this will be 12, and here also it will be 0, right? So you have calculated everything here right now. Now you have to calculate total float for all the activities. So just list down all the activities. So this will be your activities. Then latest occurrence time of head event, earliest occurrence time of tail event, and then duration. P, then Q, then you have R, and then this will be S. Check this out. This is activity. Latest occurrence time of head event, earliest occurrence time of tail event, and this is duration, and this will be total float. Okay. So you have activity P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, sir. First activity P. So the earliest occurrence time, latest occurrence time of head event is 12 and the earliest occurrence time of tail event is 0. So this is 12 and this is 0. And duration of activity P is 10 days. Okay, sir. Then for activity Q, this is activity Q. The latest occurrence time of head event is 12. Earliest occurrence time of tail event is 0. So 12, 0 and activity duration is 12 days. Then for activity R, you have, this is your activity R, right? For activity R, the latest occurrence time of head event is 22 and this is 10. And activity duration for R is 5. We have 2 dummy activities also, so I need to just add 2 more rows here for 2 dummy activities. This is dummy activity D1 and dummy activity D2. Okay. Now for activity S, this is your activity S. Latest occurrence time of head event is 22 and earliest occurrence time of tail event is 12 and duration is 10. So 22, 12, 10. Then for activity T, it is 22, 12 and again 10. 22, 12, 10. Then for dummy activity D1, this is your dummy activity D1. Latest occurrence time for head event is 12. Earliest occurrence time of tail event is 10. So 12, 10 and duration is 0. For dummy activity D2, it will be 12, 0, 12. Now you have to simply calculate the total float. So total float for activity P is equals to 12 minus 0 minus 10. So 12 minus 0 minus 10 is equal to 2. For activity Q, it is 12 minus 0 minus 12, that is equal to 0. Okay. For activity R, it is 22 minus 10 minus 5. So this is 15. 22 minus 15 is 7. Then you have activity S, 22 minus 12 minus 10. So that is equal to 0. For activity T, it is 22 minus 12 minus 10, again 0. Then you have 12 minus 10 minus 0. This is equal to 2. Then 12 minus 12 minus 0. So you can clearly highlight that activity Q is the critical activity, activity S is the critical activity, activity T is the critical activity, and this dummy D2 is the critical activity. So I am just highlighting it. So this one, then you have this one, then this one, then this one. All these are critical activities. All these are your critical activities. All these are your critical activities. So the path joining critical activities as critical path. So you have to just highlight activity Q, activity S, T and D2. Q, S, T, D2. Q, S, T, D2. So this is activity Q, S, T and D2, right? So all these highlighted activities are your critical activities. Now sir, how to identify the critical path? So it is very easy. I told you that the path joining the critical activity is my critical path. So one path is QS is one path. So critical path is QS. Another critical path is QD2T. QD2 and T. These are your two critical paths. Okay. So you can just check the option which is given to you. So option A says that project duration is 22 days and critical path is QS. So project duration is 22 days and critical path is QS. Absolutely correct. Then total duration of the project is 20 days. Wrong. Then total duration of the project is 22 days. This is correct. But critical path they are highlighting as P and P to T. So this is wrong. Here also project duration and critical path both are wrong. So for this question your option A is the correct option. Now sir, you will say, sir, every time do we have to calculate this total float to identify the critical path? So my answer will be no. You don't have to calculate total float for all the activities to identify the critical path. There is one more easy method. What you can do is, in this network diagram, you just calculate the sum of activity duration along the different paths. And the path which gives you the highest value of sum of activity duration can also be said to be the critical path. For example, if this is a question that I have, right, check this out. How many paths I have here? First path is, first path here is PR. If you are taking path PR, what is the sum of activity duration? So this is 10 plus 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. Okay. This is first path. Second path is PD1T. PD1T. Take the sum of activity durations. So 10 plus 0 plus 10. 10 plus 0 plus 10. This is 20. Okay. Then third path will be QD2T. QD2T. Take the sum. So 12 plus 0 plus 10. 12 plus 0 plus 10. So that is equal to 22. Okay. Now take the fourth path QS. So QS. Sum of activity duration is 12 plus 10. 12 plus 10 and that is equal to 22. So you can see you are getting the highest sum for these two paths. So these two paths will be identified as the critical path as we have already mentioned. So I have told you both the methods of identifying the critical path. One is using the total float of the activity. The second one is just taking the sum of activity duration. So the sum, wherever you are getting the maximum value of the sum of activity duration, that path will be classified as the critical path or identified as a critical path. Now the question is, sir, what is a critical path? Critical path comprises of critical activity in which we cannot afford any delay. If any delay happens in the critical activity, then it also affects the project duration. If any critical activity delays by 1 day, then the entire project duration extends by 1 day or delays by 1 day. So that is the importance of critical activities. So critical activities are those activities for which total float is 0. Any delay in the critical activity will also affect the project duration. Okay, sir. So let's see another question. This is GATE 21 question. Please calculate this. Go for it. 2 minutes of time for you. Draw the network diagram. You have to calculate total float for activity V. Please do it. And keep commenting your answers in the comment box. Keep commenting your answers in the comment box. Keep commenting your answers. So first thing is you need to draw the network diagram for all these activities, right? So you have activity N, which is the starting activity. Let me draw this. This is my activity N. Okay, sir. Then I have activity P, which is having dependency on N, and activity Q, again depending on N. So this will be activity P, and this will be activity Q, depending on activity N. Then you have activity R, which is depending on activity P. So this is activity R, depending on activity P. Then activity S, depending on activity Q. Activity S, depending on activity Q. Then you have activity T, depending on activity R. This is activity T, which is depending on activity R. Okay, sir. And then you have activity U, which is depending on RS. So for that, what I need to do is, I need to draw one dummy like this. This is dummy D1. And then I have to draw this activity U. Okay, sir. Then you have activity V, which is emerging from activity U, and activity W, again emerging from U. So V and W is emerging from U. So I need a space here. So this is activity V, and this is activity W. Okay, sir. Then you have activity X, depending on T and V. So what I will do is, I will simply connect this V to T. And then I will draw this activity X. Let's say this is activity X. Then you have activity Y, which is depending on activity W. Okay, sir. This is activity Y. And then you have activity Z, which is dependent on X and Y. So this is activity Y first of all. And then you have activity Z, which is the closing activity of the project. Which is the finish activity of the project or the final activity. So this is how the network diagram will look like. It will utilize one dummy. Okay. Number all the events. So this is my event number 1, event number 2, event number 3, event number 4, event number 5, this will be 6, then event number 7, then this will be event 8, then this will be event 9, this is 10, and then this will be event 11. Okay, sir. Write down the activity duration. So N is equals to 2, P is equals to 5, Q is equals to 3, then R is equals to 4, S is equals to 5, dummy 0, T 8, U 7, then V 2, then W 3, X 5, Y 1 and Z 3. What you need to find out? You need to find out total float for activity V. So this is my activity V for which you need to find out the total float. For that, you require the latest occurrence time of the head event and the earliest occurrence time of the tail event. So you need to go with the forward pass and the backward pass calculation. Please go for it. So the earliest occurrence time of event 1 is 0. For event 2, it will be 0 plus 2, that is 2. Then for event 4, it will be 2 plus 3, 5. For event 3, it will be 2 plus 5, 7. Then for event 6, it will be 5 plus 5, 10. And from here, it will be, this will be 7 plus 4, 11. And 11 plus 0 is 11. And from here, it is 10. So maximum value is 11. Then 11 plus 7 is 18. Then 18 plus 2 is 20. And from here, it is 19. So I will take the maximum value of 20. Then 18 plus 3 is 21. And 20 plus 5 is 25. So 21 plus 1 is 22, 20 plus 5 is 25. So maximum value is 25. Then 25 plus 3 is 28. So this is how you need to do the forward pass calculation. Now go with the backward pass calculation. So the latest occurrence time of this head event is 28. 28 minus 3 will be 25. 25 minus 1 will be 24. 24 minus 3 will be 21. And 25 minus 5 will be equal to 20. And 20 minus 2 will be 18. So minimum value I would like to take here. So this minimum value here will be 18. From both the path I need to check now. So from this path I am getting 21. From here I am getting 18. Okay, sir. Then 18 minus 7. 18 minus 7 is 11. Okay. Coming to this point, 20 minus 8 will be 12. And from here 11 minus 0 will be 11. So minimum value is 11. Then 11 minus 5 will be 6. 11 minus 5 will be 6. And 11 minus 4 will be 7. 7 minus 5 will be 2 and 6 minus 3 will be 3. So here I will take 2 and 2 minus 2 will be 0. Okay. So like this you need to do the forward pass and the backward pass calculation. Now what you want? You want total float for activity V. This is total float for activity V. So I will just draw this activity V. This is event 7. And then you have activity V. This is event 7, activity V, and this is event 8. So for head event, the time estimates are 20 by 20, and for tail event, time estimates are 18 by 18. And activity duration for activity V is 2 days. So you have to simply start from the latest occurrence time of the head event, minus activity duration, minus earliest occurrence time of the tail event. So total float for activity V is for activity V is 20 minus 2 minus 18, and that is equal to 0. So total float for activity V is 0. Now if total float for activity V is 0, which type of activity is activity V? It is a critical activity. Okay, sir. So this is how you need to proceed this question. It's a GATE 21 question asked for 2 marks. Okay. Please have this. Please have this. Chalo, moving ahead with the next question, try this one. They are asking you to calculate the project duration. Draw the network diagram, do the forward pass calculation, and calculate the project duration. Go for it. 2 minutes of time for you. Please go for it. Go for it, go for it. So let's see this. First, you need to draw the network diagram again. So you have activity A is the starting activity, then activity B and C having precedence with activity A. So this is my starting activity, activity A. Then you have activity B and C, which is having precedence with activity A. This is activity B, and this is your activity C. Okay. Next, activity F is also having precedence. Okay, one second. Activity D is preceding activity, activity D has precedence with activity B, and activity E has precedence with activity C. Okay. 56. Okay, very good, very good. You have drawn the network diagram correctly, means you will get the answer for sure. So for activity D, it has precedence with activity B. This is activity D. Then activity EF has precedence with activity C. So this is activity E, and this is your activity F. Okay. Then you have activity G, which has precedence with activity D and E. Okay. So what I will do is, I will simply connect from here to here. This will be my activity E, and then I have activity G, which is having precedence with D and E. Now next you have activity H, which has precedence with F and G. F and G. Okay, sir. So this will be my activity G, and this will be my activity F. Then which activity has precedence with F and G? Activity H. This is activity H. Then next you have activity K having precedence with B. This is activity K having precedence with activity B. And then you have activity L having precedence with G and K. So what I need to do here is, first of all, this will be activity G. Then one dummy I have to connect here, and another dummy I have to connect here. This is dummy D1 and this is dummy D2. And then you have activity L, which is the last activity having precedence with G and K. So this will be my activity L. Like this you need to do. Okay. Okay, Nikhil, let's see whether you have done it correctly or not. So first, number all the events. So you have this first event, second event, then this will be event 3, event 4, this will be event 5, this 6, 7, 8, and this will be event 9. Just write down the durations. So activity A, B, C, D. So 6, 10, 14, 8, 12. 6, 10, 14, 8, 12. F is 8, 16, 8, 2. 8, 16, 8, 2, and L is I think 5. Yeah. So you have to calculate the project duration. Just do the forward pass calculation, okay? So the earliest occurrence time of this event is 0. Then 0 plus 6 will be 6. 6 plus 10 will be 16. And 6 plus 14 will be 20. Then 20 plus 12 will be 22. And 16 plus 8 is 24. So maximum value is 24 here. Then 20 plus 8 is 28. And from here, 24 plus 16 is 40. So I will take this as 40. 40 plus 0 will be 40. And 40 plus 0 will be also 40. 40 plus 8 will be 48 and 40 plus 5 will be 45. So answer here is 48. Just see this. The correct answer here is 48 days is the project duration, right? So the project duration of this is 48 days. I think they have given in days or weeks. Yeah, in days. So the correct answer for this question is 48 days. Okay, sir. So let's move ahead to the next question. This is the next question, a very fantastic question. Take 3 minutes, 4 minutes of time and do this. It's a question from crashing of activities. Go for it. Please go for it. Go for it, go for it. Now check this out. What does this question says? The network of a small construction project awarded to a contractor is shown in the figure. The normal duration, crash duration, normal cost and the crash cost of all the activities are shown in the table. The indirect cost occurred by the contractor is rupees 5,000 per day. Okay. If the project is targeted for completion in 16 days, the total cost to be incurred by the contractor would be, okay. First of all, this is a project that is given to you. Let me draw this network diagram quickly. RST. This is the network diagram given to you. Under normal conditions, okay, just calculate right now what is the project duration. Okay, sir. So P is 5 days, normal duration, sorry, P is 6, 6, 5, 5, 6. 6, 5, T is 3, 2, 4. This is 3, 2, 4. Just quickly do the forward pass calculation and right now tell me what is the project duration. So this is event 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 0. 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. 6 plus 5 is 11. Then you have 11 plus 2, 13. And 11 plus 3, 14. And 14 plus 4, 18. So right now the project duration is 18 days. Okay. What they are asking is, they are asking ki if this project needs to be completed in 16 days, then what will be the cost? Okay. So under normal condition, the project is completing in 18 days. So if I have to finish this project in 16 days, means I have to crash 2 critical activities or I have to crash a critical activity by 2 days. Now crashing will depend on the cost slope. So here you have a column where normal cost and crash cost is given to you, normal duration and crash duration is given to you. We will going to crash the critical activity which is having the minimum cost slope. Okay, let's see. So first thing is you need to find out this cost slope here. This is activity. This is normal cost, normal time, crash cost, crash time. So you have activity P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. So you have activity, normal cost, normal time, crash cost, crash time. And this is cost slope. So delta S, which is equal to crash cost minus normal cost. This is crash cost minus normal cost upon normal time minus crash time. Normal time minus crash time, right? Now you have to do all these calculations. So you have activity P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Okay. So normal duration for activity P is 6, Q is 5, then R is 5, S is 6, T is 3, U is 2 and V is 4. Okay, sir. What is normal cost here? 15,000, 16,000, sorry, 15,000, 6,000, 15,6,876. 15,6,876. 15,6, 15,6,876. Then for UV, it is 4,000 and 20,000. Okay, so this is the normal cost, normal time. Now crash time for these activity is 42332. This is 42332. 12. And crash cost will be 25, 12, 9,500. 25,000, 12,000, 9,500. Then you have 10,000, 9,000, 6,000. 10,000, 9,000, 6,000. And last you have 28,000. So calculate all the cost slope. Please calculate this, all the cost slope. Good evening, very good evening, Richa. Please calculate all the cost slope and tell me these values. So for activity P, cost slope will be 25,000 minus 15,000 divided by 6 minus 4. So what will be the answer? 25 minus 15 will be 10,000. 10,000 by 2 will be 5,000. So here the cost slope is 5,000. Then here cost slope will be 12 minus 6 will be 6 and 6 by 3 will be 2,000. 6 by 3 will be 2,000. Then here it will be 9,500 minus 8,000, so 1,500. 1,500 by 2 will be 750. This is 10,000 minus 7,000, so 3,000. 3,000 by 3 will be 1,000. Then you have this activity T. So 9 minus 6 will be 3,000 and 3 by 2 will be 1. So 3 by 1 will be 3,000 itself. Then this will be 6,000 minus 4,000. So this is 2,000. 2,000 by 1 will be 2,000. Then here it is 8,000. 8,000 by 2 will be 4,000. So this is your cost slope. Sir, what does this indicates? Very good, Nikhil. Very good. Correct answers. What does this indicates? Yeah, this basically indicates the increase in direct cost in reducing the activity duration. So if activity P is crashed from 6 days to 4 days, the increased in cost per day is 5,000 and this is increased in direct cost. Okay, that is what we mean by the cost slope. Okay, sir. Now check this out. First of all, you need to see the critical path, and along the critical path you have to crash the critical activity, then only your project duration will be reduced. So along this path, what is the duration? So 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 2 is 13, 13 plus 4 is 17. Okay, sir. Then this path, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 4 is 16. Then this path, 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 3 is 14, and 14 plus 4 is 18. So right now, this path is my critical path. As of now, this path, PRTV, PRTV is the critical path. This is the critical path right now. Because it is giving project duration as 18 days, right? This path is giving how much? This is 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 2 is 13, and 13 plus 4 is 17. So one thing you need to take care, along the critical path, if you directly crash any critical activity by 2 days, then this will not remain the critical path. This path will become the critical path in that case. So first what you need to do is, along this critical path, you need to crash any critical activity by 1 day. Now sir, how to decide which activity I should crash? So you have to see the cost slope. So along the critical path, P has the cost slope of 5,000, R has a cost slope of 750, T has a cost slope for 3,000, and then V has a cost slope for 4,000. So this activity, R has the minimum value of cost slope. So I will crash activity R by 1 day. You can see this activity R has a potential to be crashed by 2 days, but as of now I will crash this activity R by 1 day. So crashing activity R by 1 day. So crashing activity R by 1 day. So total cost of the project will be direct cost plus indirect cost. So direct cost is simply the sum of this normal cost of all the activities. Take this plus the amount increase in the direct cost by crashing this activity by 1 day. So direct cost is simply this sum. Calculate 15 plus 6 is 21,000, 21 plus 8 is 29, 29 plus 6 is 30, 29 plus 7 is 36, 36 plus 6 is 42, 42 plus 4 is 46, 46,000 plus 20,000 is 66,000. Plus crashing activity R by 1 day will increase the cost by 750. So I will write down 750 into 1. So if you crash this activity R by 1 day, now the project duration is 17 days. So you have to add the indirect cost as 17 into 5,000, because indirect cost is 5,000 per day. So for 17 days, what will be the indirect cost? 17 into 5,000. So right now, this is the total cost of the project. Okay. We are not interested in this cost. We are interested in the cost in which the project duration will be 16 days. So if you crash this activity R by 1 day, this network diagram will going to change slightly. Okay, let's see this. This is activity P. This is Q. This is activity R. This is activity R, right? Then you have activity S, T and U. This is activity S, T, and this is activity U. This is activity V. Now see the durations. Activity P is same 6 days, but activity R is crashed by 1 day. Means now the duration of activity R will be 4 days. So this will be 6, this will be 4, activity T is how much? T is 3, V is 4. This is 3 and this is 4. Then you have activity Q, 5, U is 2. 5 to 6. This is 5, this is 2, this is 6. Okay. Now see this. This is my event 1, event 2, event 3, 4, event 5, event 6. Now check this out. Along this path, what is the sum of activity duration? 17. Now along this path, what is the sum of activity duration? 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 3, 13, 13 plus 4, 17. So right now, in this network diagram, you have two critical paths. So if you have to reduce the project duration, you have to crash critical activities along both the critical paths. So right now the project duration is 17 days. You have to make it to 16 days. Means along this path and also along this path, you need to crash one activity. You need to crash activity along each of the path by 1 day. So along this path, the decision will be again same, this activity R, because activity R can be crashed up to 3 days. So potential is there. Okay. So I will crash activity R in the first critical path, and along this critical path, I will crash which activity? So you have two critical paths now. So critical paths will be P, U, Q, then you have U and V. And then you have critical path P, R, T and V. So one decision I made that I will crash this activity R by 1 day. Along this path, which activity I should crash? So P, Q, U and V. P is having the duration of 5000. Then cost slope is 5000. Q is 2000. U is 2000 and V is also 4000, right? So either Q or U, you can crash any of the activity, right? You can crash any of the activity. I'll prefer this activity Q. I'll crash this activity Q by 1 day. So crashing activity Q and activity R by 1 day. Crashing activity Q and R by 1 day. So total cost is equal to direct cost plus indirect cost. Check this out. This direct cost that we have calculated previously, on this direct cost you have to increase the value, right? So this is the direct cost from the previous condition, so I'll take it as it is. 66,000 plus 750 into 1. Now after crashing these two activities Q and R by 1 day, direct cost will going to increase by crashing activity Q by 1 day. The increase in direct cost will be 2000 into 1, and increase in the direct cost due to crashing of activity R will be 750 into 1. So now this is your total direct cost. What will be your indirect cost? So after crashing these two activities by 1 day, the project duration will be 16 days. So 16 into 5000. Please calculate this value. So this value will be the cost of your project when the project duration is optimized for 16 days. Please calculate this value and tell me the answer. Nikhil sir, you can reply quickly. Please take the sum and give me the answer. So this will be 66,000 plus 750 plus 2000 plus 750 plus 16 into 5,000. So 1,49,500. Just check. 1,49,500 will be the total cost. 1,49,500, right? This is the total cost of the project when you crash the activity by 2 days and reduce the project duration from 18 to 16 days. Yeah, correct, Nikhil. Absolutely correct answer. Thank you so much, Richa ma'am. Now see this question and try this question. Take 3 minutes of time and go for it. I'll be back in 1 minute. You just try this question. asking? They are asking for a construction project, the mean and the standard deviation of the completion time is 200 days and 6.1 days. Okay. So the expected time of project completion TE is given to you as 200 days and standard deviation is given to you as 6.1 days. Okay, sir. Then what they are asking? Assume the normal distribution and use the value of standard normal deviate Z is equals to 1.64 for the probability of 95% confidence level, the maximum time required in days for the completion of the project. In simple words, what they are asking is, they are asking the time estimate in which the probability of project completion is 95%. Okay. So this discussion we have already done in the classes for so many times. I would just like to tell you, if TS is the time in which probability of project completion is 95%, then I know that probability factor Z is equal to TS minus TE divided by sigma. You know the value of Z, which is 1.64. You know the value of TE, you know the value of sigma. Substitute and calculate the value of TS. So Z is equals to 1.64. TS you need to find out. TE is 200 divided by 6.1. Calculate the value of TS and please tell me the answer. Please calculate this value of TS and please tell me the answer for this. So this will be how much? This will be 1.64 into 6.1 plus 200. So this will be 210. TS is equals to 210 days. So in 210 days, the probability of project completion is 95%. Okay, this is how you need to solve. Let's see another gate question. This is another gate question in which what they are asking is the estimated minimum time for completion of the project is. So again, one activity and the dependencies are given to you, and again you need to find out the project duration. So please draw the network diagram for this. So P is your starting activity, Q is dependent on activity P. So this is my activity P, it is a starting activity. Then you have activity Q, which is dependent on activity P. Okay, sir, this is activity Q, which is dependent on activity P. Then you have activity activity R, which is dependent on activity Q and T, but right now they don't have given any information regarding this T. So R is equals to, R is dependent on Q and T. So I will draw activity T like this, and this will be my activity R. Next. Then you have activity S dependent on activity R and activity T dependent on activity P. So this is activity S dependent on activity R, and I have activity T which is dependent on activity P. Okay. Then you have activity U dependent on Q and T. This is dummy D1. Then this is your activity V dependent on activity Q and T. Sorry, activity U. Then this is your activity U. And then this is your activity V, which is dependent only on activity U, right? So like this, you need to draw the network diagram first, and then you have to simply do the forward pass calculation. Let me draw this properly. This is activity T, and then from here there will be a dummy like this. This is dummy D1. Okay. This is event 1, event 2, this will be event 3, this will be event 4, this will be event 5, this will be event 6, this will be event 7. Okay, sir. Now you have to simply do the forward pass calculation. Write down all the activity durations. So activity P is having a duration of 6. So 6, 15, 12, 16. So 6, 15, 12, 16. 6, 15, 12, 16, I guess. PQRS. 6, 15, 12, 16 here. Then TUV. 10, 14, 16. This is 10, 14 and 16. Please do the forward pass calculation and tell me what is the project duration for this. Please do it. So the earliest occurrence time of this first event is 0. Earliest occurrence time of this second event will be 0 plus 6, that is 6. This is 0. 0 plus 6 is 6. Then 6 plus 10 is 16. 16 plus 0 is 16 and 6 plus 15 is 21. So the earliest occurrence time of event 4 is 21. 21 plus 12 is 33 and 21 plus 14 is 35. 35 plus 16 is 41, 51. 35 plus 16 is 51 and 33 plus 16 will be how much? 49. So the earliest occurrence time of the finish event is also the project duration. So project duration is 51 days. Project duration is coming out as 51 days. This is the project duration. Let's move ahead to the next question. Please try this one. This time they have also given you the network diagram. You have to simply calculate the total float in days for activity 5-7 and activity 11-12. Please go for it. 2 minutes of time for you. Please go for it. It's a GATE 2016 question. Please go for it and tell me your answer. Go for it and tell me your answer. Keep commenting your answers. Keep commenting your answers. Keep commenting your answers. Okay. The construction project consists of 12 activities. All these things are written. The important thing is you have to find out total float for activity 5-7. So where is activity 5-7? This is activity 5-7. That is activity G. And activity 11-12. This is activity 11-12, the last activity, right? You have to do the forward pass and the backward pass calculation and easily calculate the total float. Activity durations are written here, right, in 2 columns. So let's do this. So you have 1, 2, 3 event A, B, C, D. Let me draw the network diagram first. There is one dummy E, F, G, H. This is E. This is activity F. This is activity G. This is activity H. Then you have J, K, K and L. I, J, K and L. This is activity I. This is activity J. Then K and then L. Okay, so how they have numbered this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10, 11 and 12. Okay. Write down all the activity duration. Very good, Nikhil. Nikhil, both the float are 0. Both the floats are coming as 0. So for activity AB, the duration is 1, 7, 30, 30. 1, 7, 30, 30. Then dummy is 0. EF is 25 and 7. EF is 25 and 7. EF is 25 and 7. GH is 25 and 7. GH is 25 and 7. 7, 7. I think till J it is 7. Yeah. Then KL is 3, 1. Calculate total float. Do the forward pass calculation. So the earliest occurrence time of this event is equal to 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 30 is 38. 38 plus 0 is 38. And 8 plus 30 is again 38. Then 38 plus 25. What is 38 plus 25? This is 43, 63. And here it is also 63. Then this will be 70. This will be also 70. This will be 77. Then 80. And then you have 81. Do the backward pass calculation. This is 81. 81 minus 1 is 80. 80 minus 3 is 77. 77 minus 70 is 70 itself. 77 minus 7 is 70 itself. Then you have 70 minus 7 is 63. This is also 63. Then 63 minus 25 is 38. 38 minus 0 will be 38, and here also it was 38. Then 38 minus 30 will be 8, and 8 minus 7 will be 1, and 1 minus 1 will be 0. Now here you can see that all the paths are critical paths. You have A, B, C, E, F, J, K, L is a critical path. A, B, C, D1, G, H, I, K, L is a critical path. Then you have A, B, D, G, H, I, K, L is a critical path. What I am trying to say here is not just two activities. All the activities here are critical activities, because all the paths of this network diagram are the critical paths. So for critical activity, total float is 0. You need not to even calculate the total float. So right now, directly I can say that all the activities are the critical activities, and total float for all the activities will be 0 in this case. So I will simply write a note here that all the activities are critical activities. All the activities are critical activities. All the activities are critical activities. So total float for activity 5-7 and 11-12. So total float for activity 5-7. You can also calculate this, which is activity 5-7. This is activity 5-7. 63 minus 25 minus 38. So 63 minus 25 minus 38. It will be equal to 0. Then activity 11-12. So total float for activity 11-12 is 81 minus 1 minus 80. And not just these two activities, all the activities are critical activities. All the activities will have total float equal to 0, right? So like this you need to solve. Let's move ahead with this. This is the GATE 2016 question. What they are asking is, the activity on arrow network of activities for a construction project is shown in the figure. The duration expressed in days of the activities are mentioned below the arrows. Okay, sir. The critical duration for this construction is, so directly you have to simply do the forward pass calculation. Please do it. Please do this and calculate project duration. So I think almost all the questions we have seen for this critical path method and PERT analysis. Whatever questions that are asked in the examination, I think few more questions are there that also we will going to see. Go for it. Do it please. Go for it, go for it. Very good. Let's see this. So I'm doing here directly, right? I'm not drawing a new network diagram. I'm doing it here directly. So the earliest occurrence time of this event is 0. 0 plus 2 will be 2. Then 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 will be 5 here. Then 2 plus 4 will be 6 here. Then 2 plus 3 will be 5 here. And 6 plus 0 will be 6. So this will be 6. Then 6 plus this activity. What is the duration for this activity? This activity duration is not written here. Even the activity name is not written here. So can I consider this as a dummy? So I think there is some printing mistake here. There is one activity which is missing. Yeah. There is some printing mistake here. There is one activity which is missing here, right? For that duration is also not written. So dummy activity can also as an arrow na. No. Dummy activity has to be dashed arrow. It has to be dashed arrow, right? I'll just confirm this question. I think some activity is missing here. Okay, chalo move ahead with the next question. It's a GATE 2016 question. What they are asking is, they are asking to calculate the expected completion time of the project. Now sir, simply expected completion time of the project is sum of the expected completion time of the activity, right? When we do the PERT analysis, we go with 3 time estimates: optimistic time, most likely time, and the pessimistic time. And by giving more weightage to the most likely time, we calculate expected time. So expected time of project completion is simply the sum of expected time of critical activities along the critical path. So here, since only one path is there, so we need not to worry about the critical path. But in general, I am telling you, if we have to calculate the expected time of project completion, it is the sum of expected time of critical activities along the critical path. So calculate the expected time of all the activities. You can use this relation that expected time of an activity is equal to optimistic time plus 4 times of most likely time plus pessimistic time divided by 6. Use this relation and calculate expected time for all the activities. Calculate expected time for all the activities. So first, for activity EF. For activity EF, expected time is equal to 8 plus 4 into 10 plus 14. 8 plus 4 into 10 plus 14 divided by 6. Please tell me this value, expected time for first activity. Then next activity, expected time for activity FG is 6 plus 4 times of 8 plus 11 by 6. Expected time is 6 plus 4 times of 8, 6 plus 4 times of 8 plus 11 by 6. Then you have activity GH, 5 plus 4 into 7 plus 10. 5 plus 4 into 7 plus 10 divided by 6. Then you have activity HI. So TE is 7 plus 4 into 12 plus 18. 7 plus 4 into 12 plus 18 divided by 6. 7 plus 4 into 12 by 18 divided by 6. Please calculate all these values. Nikhil, just quickly confirm once whether all these values, what is the first one? You are telling me the final answer, just tell me the independent values. So first one will be 8 plus 40 plus 14. So 8 plus 14 is 22. 22 plus 40 is 62. 62 by 6 will be how much? It's 10.33. So this first one will be 10.33. Next will be how much? This is 32. 32 plus 6 is 38. 38, 49. What is 49 by 6? 8 point something. 49 by 6. This is 8.167. What is this value? 10.33, 8.167, then 7.67. And last one is how much? 12.16. Okay. So the expected completion time of the project, expected completion time of the project is simply the sum of these expected time of activities. So 10.33 plus 8.167 plus 7.67 plus 12.16. Please tell me the final answer for this. Please calculate this sum and tell me. 38.31. Okay. So this will be 38.31. This is the expected completion time of the project. Okay. Sure. Next. So this finishes all the questions. All means everything which is asked from PERT and CPM. Whatever gate previous questions were asked, we have seen all the gate questions, right? Now coming to another part of project management, that is engineering economics. Few formulas you should remember directly. First one is called as the future worth. So we know that the value of money is decreasing, it is depreciating, right? Value of due to inflation, the value of money is decreasing, right? So the future worth of present money, like if you have 100 rupees today, what will be its future worth? That is calculated using F is equals to P into 1 plus I raised to power N. If this money is invested and it is compounded annually at an interest rate of I. Okay, sir. The present worth is, if you want like 100 rupees after 10 years, then how much money you need to invest today so that this money keeps on compounding to give you 100 rupees after 10 years, that is calculated as present worth. So P is equals to F upon 1 plus I raised to the power N. So these are time value for money. Then we have other formulas in which first one is the single payment compound amount factor, which is equal to, so this is only single payment compound amount factor, only this value. This is single payment compound amount factor. So F is equals to P into 1 plus I raised to the power N. You can quickly do this. A person deposits a sum of rupees 20,000 at an interest rate of 18% compounded annually for 10 years. Find the maturity value after 10 years. So they are asking you the value of F. F is equals to P into 1 plus I raised to the power N, right? What is the value of P? P is equals to 20,000. Then 1 plus rate of interest is 18%. So this is 18 by 100 raised to the power 10. Please calculate this value. Please tell me this value. So this is 1.18 raised to the power 10 into 20,000. So this is 1,04,676. So this is 1,04,676. 1,04,676 is the future worth if you are depositing 20,000 today and it is getting compounded annually at an interest rate of 18%. Okay, sir. Next one is the single payment present worth factor, which is equal to P is equals to F upon 1 plus I raised to the power N. Try this question. A person wishes to have a future sum of rupees 1 lakh for his son education after 10 years from now, right? So in future he wants to have a rupees of 1 lakh after 10 years. So F is given to you as 1 lakh and number of years is equals to 10. What is the single payment that should be deposited now so that he gets a desired amount after 10 years? The bank gives an interest of 15%. So it is very simple. You can use this. P is equals to F upon 1 plus I raised to the power N. So I have P is equals to F is 1 lakh, then 1 plus rate of interest is 15%. So this will be 15 by 100 raised to the power 10. Please tell me the answer for this. Please tell me what will be the value of P. Yeah, correct. Absolutely correct, Nikhil. Just tell me the answer for this one. P. So this is how much? 24,718. 0.47. So presently, if he is depositing this much amount, after 10 years, this amount compounded annually will give him the total sum of 1 lakh. Next is equal payment series compound amount factor, that is equal to F is equals to A into 1 plus I raised to power n minus 1 upon I. Now what does this formula tells us? If every year a person is depositing A amount of sum which is getting compounded annually at an interest rate of I for n years, then what will be the value of maturity he will be having after n years? So F is equals to A into 1 plus I raised to power n minus 1 divided by I, which is called as equal payment series compound amount factor. Please try this question. A person who is now 35 years old is planning for his retired life. He plans to invest an equal sum of rupees 10,000 at the end of every year from the next 25 years, right? So the value of A is given to you as 10,000 and the value of N is given to you as 25 years. So A is how much? 10,000. A is 10,000 and N is 25 years. What they are asking? The bank gives 20% interest rate compounded annually. Find the maturity value of his account when he is in 60 years old, right? So you can find out the maturity value. So F is equals to A into 1 plus I raised power n minus 1 upon I. 1 plus I raised power n minus 1 upon I, right? The value of rate of interest is given to you as 20%. Substitute all the values. So you have F is equal to A is 10,000. Then you have I. So 1 plus I am writing directly as 0.2 raised to power 25 minus 1 upon 0.2. Please calculate this value. Please calculate this value and tell me the answer. So this will be 1.2 raised to power 25 minus 1 divided by 0.2 into 10,000. Yeah, correct. 47 lakhs 19,810. 47 lakhs 19,810 point 0.83. This is the amount he will be getting, right? So if he deposits a amount of money every year, then after, and this money is compounding annually. So after n years, he will get this much amount of money. Okay, now next is the reverse of this. For example, if a person knows how much money he wants in n years, means he know the value of F and he also know in how many years he want to have this money. So for that, how much investment he need to make every year, that is calculated using equal payment series sinking fund factor, where A is equals to F into I upon 1 plus I raised to power n minus 1. This is the question, please try it. So a company has to replace the present facility after 15 years at an outlay of rupees 5 lakhs. So the value of F is 5 lakhs and the value of N is 15 years. It plans to deposit an equal amount at the end of every year for next 15 years at an interest rate of 18%. Compounded annually. Find the equivalent amount that must be deposited at the end of every year for the next 15 years. Please calculate this. So here you need to find out the value of A. F is given to you as 5 lakh. F is given to you as 5 lakh, then N is given to you as 15 years. Then the value of I is how much? The value of I is 18%. So you can write down A is equals to F into I upon 1 plus I raised power n minus 1. Please substitute the values. So you have A is equal to F is 5 lakhs, I is 18%, so I will write down 0.18 divided by 1 plus 0.18 raised power 15 minus 1. Please calculate this value of A. A is coming out as how much? 8201.39. This is 8201.39. This is the amount that is coming out. So the company has to invest rupees 8201.39 for next 15 years so that it will have the future worth of rupees 5 lakh. Chalo, let's move ahead with the next question. Next is this equal payment series present worth factor. Okay. So if you are depositing a amount of money every year, what is the present, okay, if you are depositing a amount of money every year for next n years, then what is the present worth of that money is calculated using this. Sir, one of the important topic for transportation economics. Thank you for your explanation. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you so much. Right. So equal payment series present worth factor. What it is saying? It is saying that if you are depositing money for n years, and how much money you are depositing? A amount of money you are depositing for n years, then what is the present worth of that is calculated using this equal payment series present worth factor, where P is equals to A into 1 plus I raised power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I raised power n. Please calculate this. A company wants to set up a reserve which will help the company to have an annual equivalent amount of rupees 10 lakh for next 20 years towards its employees welfare measures. So company will going to deposit 10 lakh of rupees every year for next 20 years. So the value of A is given to you and the value of N is given to you. So the value of A is given to you as 10 lakh. And the value of N is given to you as 20 years. Okay, sir, next. Towards its employee welfare measure, the reserve is assumed to grow at a rate of 15%. So I is given to you as 15%. You need to find out the present worth of it. So present worth P is equal to A into 1 plus I raised power n minus 1 whole upon I into 1 plus I raised power n. Please calculate the values. So you have P is equal to A is 10 lakh into 1 plus I. So 1 plus 0.15 raised to the power n, which is 20, minus 1 upon 0.15 into 1 plus 0.15 raised to the power 20. Please calculate this. Sir, 6259331. 6259331. 6259331 point something, and that is 474. Okay. And the last thing is the reverse of it. And using this last formula, actually your installments are calculated. That is why it is called as equal payment series capital recovery factor. For example, if you borrowed P amount of money today and every year you need to deposit something, then what should be your installments? That is A. P is the amount of money you have borrowed. I is the rate of interest that will be compound annually, and N is the number of years in which you will going to pay these installments, right? So A is equals to P into I into 1 plus I raised power N divided by 1 plus I raised power N minus 1. Please try this question. A bank gives a loan to a company to purchase an equipment of worth rupees 10 lakhs. This is 10 lakhs. Okay. At an interest rate of 18%. So first let me write down the value of P is given to you as 10 lakhs. And I is 18%. A bank gives a loan to a company to purchase an equipment worth rupees 10 lakhs at an interest rate of 18% compounded annually. This amount should be repaid in 15 years, equal installment. Find the installment amount that the company has to pay back to the bank. Okay, sir. You need to find out the value of A. N is given to you as 15 years. So you will write down A is equals to P into I into 1 plus I raised power N upon 1 plus I raised power N minus 1. Substitute all the values and get me the answer. So A is equals to P is 10 lakh. Then you have I, which is 0.18 into 1 plus 0.18 raised to the power 15 divided by 1 plus 0.18 raised to the power 15 minus 1. Please tell me the answer for this. What will be the answer? So it will be 196402. 196402. 196,402.78. This is the amount that needs to be repaid. Okay, means this will be the installment. Every year the person has to deposit this much amount of money. Okay, sir. Let's move ahead with this. Now next is the method of depreciation. So basically you have 4 different methods. This year we got a question from this segment. First, understand this. So you have straight line method of depreciation, declining balance method of depreciation, then you have double declining balance method of depreciation, and some of the year digit methods of depreciation. Okay, sir. How we should understand this? For example, you purchased any item. Okay. That is called as the first cost of the equipment. The amount that you have paid to purchase a new item is called as the first cost of the equipment. Check this out. Or first price of the equipment. First cost is first cost of an equipment. First cost of an equipment is basically the amount that you have paid to purchase that equipment, right? Now, down the line, the value of this equipment will going to reduce. You can take an example of your car. For example, you purchased a brand new XUV 500 and you got it for 18-20 lakh rupees, 25 lakh rupees, okay? After 10 years, the value of that car will not be 25 lakh rupees. It will going to depreciate, okay? The value of the equipment at the end of its life is called as its salvage value. So what is salvage value? Salvage value is the value of the equipment at the end of its life. Salvage value is the value of the equipment at the end of its life. from its first cost to the salvage value, every year the amount or the value of the equipment will going to depreciate. From the first cost till the salvage value, the value of the equipment will going to depreciate. The value of the equipment will going to depreciate. Okay. Now this depreciation cost is calculated by 4 different methods. This depreciation cost is calculated by 4 different methods. I have already listed them: straight line method, declining balance method, double declining balance method, and then you have some of the year digit method, right? So from the first cost of the equipment till the salvage value, the value of the equipment will going to depreciate every year. So this depreciation cost can be calculated using 4 different methods. Initially, when the equipment is new, so the book value of the equipment, initial book value of the equipment will be equal to first cost. Initial book value of the equipment will be equal to the first cost. After 1 year, the book value of the equipment will be initial book value minus depreciation in 1 year. Similarly, book value after 2 years is equal to the previous book value, that is B1, minus depreciation in the second year. So like that you calculate all the book values at the end of every years. You calculate book values at the end of every years. Now sir, what is book value? Book value is the value of the equipment after subtracting the depreciation cost. We know that from the first cost of the equipment till the salvage value, the value of the equipment will going to depreciate. Okay. So at the end of every year, after subtracting the depreciation cost, whatever cost of the equipment comes out, that is termed as its book value. Okay. Now there are different methods for calculating this depreciation cost. Let's see this. Let's see this using a question. The question says that a company has purchased an equipment whose first cost is rupees 1 lakh. Okay. The first cost of the equipment is rupees 1 lakh. I am writing here. First cost is 1 lakh. First cost of the equipment is 1 lakh. Okay, sir. With an estimated life of 8 years. So, sir, life is given to you as 8 years. Life is given to you as 8 years. The estimated salvage value of the equipment at the end of its lifetime is 20,000 rupees. So, salvage value is 20,000 rupees. Okay, sir. Determine the depreciation charge and book value at the end of various years using the straight line method of depreciation. Okay. In straight line method of depreciation, depreciation charge is considered equal at the end of every year. Depreciation charge after any time t is considered to be constant, means every year whatever will be the depreciation charge, that is constant for us. And how it is calculated? So depreciation charge after any time t is equal to first cost of the equipment minus salvage value divided by the life of the equipment. That is your depreciation charge, and for every year the depreciation charge will be constant. Calculate the depreciation charge here. So depreciation charge will be depreciation charge dt is equal to So this will be 1 lakh minus 20,000 divided by 8. So this will be 1 lakh minus 20,000 divided by 8. Please tell me this value. What is depreciation charge? It is 10,000. So depreciation charge is coming out as 10,000. Okay, sir. Now what is the initial book value? Initial book value is the first cost of the equipment, which is 1 lakh rupees. Okay. Book value after 1 year is equal to the previous book value minus D1. So previous book value is 1,000. And what is D1? D1 is 10,000. 1 lakh minus 10,000. So the value of B1 will come out as 90,000. This is the book value after 1 year. Like that you calculate all the book values. So book value after 2 years is equal to B1 minus D2. So this is 90,000 minus 10,000. That is equal to 80,000. Now book value after 3 years is equal to so book value after 3 years B3 is equal to previous book value. Now I am doing it directly. 80,000 minus D3, which is 10,000. This is equal to 70,000. Then B4 will be 70,000 minus 10,000. That is 60,000. Then you calculate B5, B6, B7, B8. Please calculate all the values. So book value after 5 years B5 is equal to 60,000 minus 10,000. So that is 50,000. Then book value after 6 years B6 is equal to 50,000 minus 10,000. That is 40,000. Book value after 7 years, this is equal to 40,000 minus 10,000. That is 30,000. And book value B8 is nothing but your salvage value, that is 30,000 minus 10,000, which is 20,000. And 8 is the life of this equipment. So like that, what they can ask you is, they can ask you book values after 7 years, book value after 6 years. Like that, in between they can ask you one value. So just for practice, I have taken this question. So whenever you need to find out the depreciation charge using straight line method, always remember that for every year the depreciation charge will be fixed. It will be constant. And D1 will be equal to D2 will be equal to D3 equal to DT. That is equal to the first cost minus salvage value divided by the number of years or the life of the equipment. Chalo. Try this question. The question says that a company has purchased an equipment of first cost of rupees 2 lakh with an estimated life of 5 years. Okay. So the first cost is 2 lakhs and the estimated life is 5 years. Determine the depreciation charge and the book value at the end of various years using the declining balance method of depreciation. Now sir, in declining balance method of depreciation, depreciation charge first of all decreases with time, right? Depreciation charge is not constant. Every year the depreciation charge will be different and it will be decreasing with time. In declining balance method, depreciation charge is basically a certain percentage of previous book value. For example, in declining balance method, if you need to find out the depreciation charge after any time t, so depreciation charge after any time t is k times of previous book value t minus 1. This is the depreciation charge after any time t, which is equal to k times of previous book value. And from here you can calculate the book value after any time t, which is equal to the previous book value minus k minus dt, right? So when you substitute the value of dt, it will be b of t minus 1 into 1 minus k. So like that you can calculate the book value after every year. Okay, we'll do it here. So the first cost is given to you as 2 lakhs. First cost, which is the initial book value B naught, is given to you as 2 lakhs. The value of rate of depreciation K is given to you as 0.2. So what will be B1? B1 will be equal to B naught minus K times of, or I should write like this, B naught minus D1. And what is D1? D1 will be equal to B naught into K. Substitute the value, get me the answer. So B1 is equals to B naught is 2 lakhs minus 0.2 times of 2 lakhs. Get me the answer for this. What is the value of this B1? Book value after first year. Please calculate book value after first year. So this is, I guess, 2 lakh minus 40,000. So 1,60,000 are you getting? Is it 1,60,000? So B1 is equals to is it 1,60,000 or yeah, this will be 1,60,000, right? Calculate book value after second, third, fourth and fifth year. Calculate this. So B2 is equal to B1 minus K into B1. B1 into D2. So this is B1 minus K into B1. So B2 is 1,60,000 minus 0.2 into 1,60,000. Please calculate this. Everyone, please calculate this. One lakh 60,000 minus 0.1 in 0.2 into 1,60,000. Please calculate this. So this is 1,28,000. Okay. This is 1,28,000. Now calculate B3. B3 is equals to 1,28,000 minus 0.2 times of 1,28,000. Please do this. Please calculate this. 1,28,000 minus 0.2 times of 1,28,000. One lakh 24,000, sure. 1,02,400, sure. Nikhil, just cross check your calculation. So 1,28,000 minus 0.2 into 1,28,000. Yeah, 1,02,400. Very good. So this is 1,02,400. Now calculate book value B4. B4 is equals to 1,02,400 minus 0.2 times of 1,02,400. Please tell me this value. Yeah, this is 81920. Then calculate the last book value B5. So this is 81920 minus 0.2 times of 81920. This will be equal to how much? This will be how much? This is 65,536. This is 65,536. Okay. So in this declining balance method, the value of K will be given to you. You don't have to assume anything from your side. But in the next method, that is double declining balance method, the value of K in double declining balance method, the value of K, that is rate of depreciation, is equal to 2 by N. You have to calculate. N is the life of the equipment and the depreciation charge rate will be 2 by N. So in double declining balance method, the only thing is in double declining balance method, the value of K you need to find out. They will not give you the value of K. K is equal to 2 by N. This will be the value of K. And N is the design life of the equipment or the life of the equipment. N is the life of the equipment. Life in years. Okay. And rest the procedure is same, right? Book value after any time T is equal to the previous book value minus K times of or depreciation charge after time T. So this is equal to the previous book value minus K times of the previous book value. So in double declining balance method, you have to calculate the value of K as well. In declining balance method, the value of K will be given to you, right? So like that you can find out the book values for all the years in this case. Let's see a gate question which is asked this year from this segment. This is the question. Have 2 minutes of time and just tell me the answer for this question. Go for it. Go for it, go for it. Go for it. Please go for it. Okay, so what they are asking you to find out the initial cost of an equipment is rupees 1 lakh. Its salvage value at the end of the accounting life of 5 years is rupees 10,000. Then the difference in the depreciation charge computed using double declining balance method and the straight line method of depreciation in year 2 is, so first of all, the initial cost of the project or the first cost of the project is given to you as 1 lakh. First cost is given to you as 1 lakh. Yeah. Then salvage value is given to you as 10,000. Life is given to you as 5 years. So by straight line method, depreciation charge is constant for every year. It is same for every year. Means depreciation charge is equal to first cost, which is 10,000, 1 lakh, minus salvage value, which is 10,000, divided by the life, which is 5 years. Please calculate this. So this will be how much? This will be 1 lakh minus 10,000 will be 90,000. 90,000 by 5 is how much? Just tell me this value. What is 90,000 by 5? 90,000 by 5 is, I think, 18,000 something. Just calculate this. 90,000 by 5. Yeah, this is 18,000. So in straight line method, depreciation charge is 18,000 and this is fixed, constant for every year. Means I can write down D1 is equals to D2 is equals to D3 is equals to D4 is equals to D5 is equal to 18,000. So here at the end of second year, the depreciation charge will be 18,000. Right. Now coming to the second one, double declining balance method. So double declining balance method. So in double declining balance method, first of all, you need to find out the value of K, and the rate of depreciation charge K is equals to 2 by N. So this is equal to 2 by 5 and this will come out as how much? 0.4. Please tell me this answer. 2 by 5 is 0.4. Please tell me this. K is equals to 0.4. Is the value of K equals to 0.4? Please confirm this. Okay. Chalo. So first I will write down B naught is the first cost, which is given to you as 1 lakh. Then B1 is equal to B naught minus D1. So this is equals to B naught minus K into B naught. So B1 is equal to, this will be 1 lakh minus 0.4 times of 1 lakh. Please tell me this value. What is this B1? I think it will be 60,000 something. Just check. Is it 60,000? The value of B1, is it 60,000? Get me the value of B1. Yeah. So B1 is 60,000. I want depreciation charge after second year. So I simply want to find out the value of D2, and D2 is nothing but K times of B1. So this is 0.4 times of 60,000. Please calculate this. What is 0.4 times of 60,000? Is it 24,000? Is it 24,000? Just find this value. Is it 24,000? $36,000 it is. Beta 0.4 into 60 will be 24,000. So D2 is equals to 24,000. In the question, they are asking what is the difference in the depreciation charge after second year calculated from the straight line method and from the double declining balance method. Means they are simply asking you the difference between these two values. Okay. So the difference in depreciation charge is after second year is equal to 24,000 minus 18,000. Please tell me the value. I think this will be 6,000. Is this 6,000? Just confirm this. Is it 6,000? Nikhil sir, we don't want book value. We just want the value of D2. They are asking, we don't want the book value. We only want the value of depreciation charge. Okay. Yeah. Keep learning, Richa, keep learning. So you have to simply find out the value of depreciation charge after second year. Okay. You don't have to calculate the book value, and this difference they are asking you. So this is one of the fantastic question asked this year from this particular segment. Okay. Let's move ahead. Try this question. It's a GATE 2024 question. The question is saying that consider the following data for a project of 300 days duration. The budgeted cost of work schedule BCWS is rupees 200 and the budgeted cost for work performance BCWP is 150. The actual cost of work performed ACWP is rupees 190. The scheduled variation of the project is, answer is very simple. The scheduled variation of the project is, the scheduled variance of the project is budgeted cost of work performed BCWP minus budgeted cost of work schedule minus budgeted cost of work scheduled. Just calculate this. This is 150 and this is 200. So the variance will come out as minus rupees 50. The variance will come out as minus rupees 50. This is how you need to calculate the variance. It is a GATE 2024 question. Let's move to the next one. The question is of 2021. The question is saying that the equipment has been purchased at an initial cost of rupees 1,60,000 and had an estimated salvage value of 10,000 rupees. The equipment has an estimated life of 5 years. The difference between the book values in rupees obtained at the end of 4th year using the straight line method and sum of the years digit method is of depreciation is. So this time you need to find out the book value after 4 years and you have to take the difference. Chalo. So let's solve this question. So the first cost is 1,60,000. $1,60,000 is the first cost. Then what is the salvage value? salvage value is 10,000 and life is 5 years. Life is equal to 5 years. Okay. So by straight line method, first calculate the depreciation charge, dt. So dt is equals to first cost, 1,60,000 minus 10,000 divided by 5. Calculate the value of dt and please tell me. Find the value of dt and please tell me the answer. What is the answer you are getting of dt? Please tell me the answer. Please tell me the answer for dt. 1,60,000 minus 1 lakh minus 10,000 by 5 is coming out as 30,000. Nikhil sir, sure. 30,000. Yeah, this will be 1.5 lakhs. So 1.5 lakh by 5 will be 30,000. Absolutely correct. So dt is equals to 30,000. dt is 30,000, right? And we know that from straight line method, dt is equals to d1 is equals to d2 is equals to d3, like that, so on, so forth. Okay. Calculate book value. So initial book value is 1,60,000. Initial book value is 1,60,000. Book value after first year is equal to B0 minus D1. So this is 1,60,000 minus 30,000. Please calculate this value. So I think this will be 1,30,000. So B1 is equals to 1,30,000. This is B1. Now calculate all the book values till 4th year. B2, B3, B4. Find out. Find out all the book values till 4th year. B2, B3, B4. Important value is B4. We want B4. So B2 is equal to B1 minus D2. So B1 is 1,30,000 minus 30,000. So this will be equal to 1 lakh rupees. Then calculate B3. B3 is equals to B2 minus D3. And this is equals to 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh minus 30,000. So 1 lakh minus 30,000 will be equal to 70,000. Will be equal to how much? It will be equal to 70,000, right? Now after 70,000, Nikhil, you are writing 7,000, 4,000. 70,000, not 7,000. B4 is equal to B3 minus D4. This is equal to 70,000 minus 30,000. So 70 minus 30 will be 40,000. B4 will be 40,000. So this is the book value after 4th year by straight line method. This is the book value after 4 years. Yeah, correct. So this is the book value after 4 years by straight line method. Now see sum of the years digit method. By sum of the years. By sum of the years digit method, depreciation rate, what I am saying, depreciation rate K is equal to N minus T. Depreciation rate K after any time T is equals to N minus T upon sum of the years, N into N plus 1 by 2. बोलो नहीं समझ में आया. Say Sir, I haven't understood this. What you have written, I am not understanding this. So for this, let me take one practical value. Say the life of the equipment is 5 years. So n is equals to 5. So what I will do is, I will simply write this as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So what is the sum? What is the sum of this value? Please tell me. What is 1 plus 2? 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. Sum of the years is 15. If I have to find out the rate of depreciation after 1 year, that is equal to 5 minus 1 divided by the sum, which is 15. So this will be 4 by 15. This is the depreciation rate I am saying, not the depreciation charge. Depreciation charge will be K1 into B0. So depreciation charge after first year will be K1 into B0. Depreciation charge after 2 years will be K2 into B1. Okay, understanding this. So depreciation charge here will be 4 by 15. This will be 15, right? Chalo, calculate this. Depreciation charge D1 is equal to B0 into K1. So B0 is 1,60,000 into K1, which is 4 by 15. Please calculate this value. Calculate this depreciation charge. 1,60,000 into 4 by 15. Please calculate this. 1,50,000, sorry, 60,000. 1,60,000 into 4 by 15. Quickly. So this is 42,666.67. So D1 is this is just a depreciation charge after first year. So book value after first year will be book value after first year will be how much? Please calculate the book value after first year. So B1 is equal to B0 minus D1. So B0 is 1,60,000 minus 42,666.67. Calculate this book value B1. Please find out the book value B1. $1,60,000 minus 42,666.67. Please tell me the answer. What is the value of book value after first year, B1? It is 1,17,333. 1,17,333.33. This is the book value B1, right? Now calculate the depreciation charge K2. So depreciation charge K2 is equal to depreciation charge K2. Depreciation charge K2 will be equal to 5 minus 2 by 15. Calculate this. So this will be how much? This will be 3 by 15. Okay, sir. So I will write down B2 is equal to B1 minus K2 into minus D2. So this is equals to B1 minus K2 into B1. So B2 is equals to B1. B1 is 1,17,333.33 into 1 minus 3 by 15. Chalo, please do this. This one is easy. Yeah. What you are saying, Nikhil? 0.2. Yeah, 1 by 5 is 0.2. Tell me this final answer. What is 0.8 into 1,17,333.33? Please tell me that answer. .8 into this 1,17,333.33. That will be your book value after second year. So this is 93,866.67. 93,866.67. This is book value after second year. Now book value after third year, this time I am doing it directly. So this is equals to 93,866.67 into 1 minus 2 by 15. Please calculate this. I have done it directly, right? K3 will be 5 minus 3 by 15. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So 2 by 15. Please calculate this. This is 75,093. This is 75,093 point something, right? 093. Okay, it is incorrect. Nikhil sir, give me the correct answer. Calculate this and tell me. And everyone, whoever is live, kindly reply. So this is 81,351. 81,351.114. 351 or 315? Yeah, 351.114. Okay. Now coming to the most important book value that we want. B4 is equal to 81,351.114 into 1 minus 1 by 15. Please tell me the answer for this. Please tell me the answer for this. And you simply want to take the difference between two book values. Do it, Nikhil sir. Quickly tell me the answer. That will be 75,927. 75,927.7. Okay, sir. So you got both the book values after 4 years using straight line method and sum of the year digit method, right? Now you have to simply take the difference between these book values. So this book value is 40,000 and this book value is 75,000 something. Okay, take the difference. So difference is 75,927.7 minus 40,000. So this will be how much? This will be 35,927.7 only. Am I correct? Nikhil sir, am I correct on this? Just confirm. So this will be 35,927.67. Whatever were the important questions, like for PERT CPM, we have seen all the questions. From engineering economics, few theoretical questions are there, you can see. Only those few theoretical questions are left. Rest everything we have seen today. So this is the major segment of project management from where the questions can be framed. Okay. You have another portion which is totally theoretical, in which you need to read about cement, you need to read about concrete, you need to read about bitumen, you need to read about aggregates, steel. In cement, I would just like to tell you one thing. Please remember what are the properties offered by the Box compounds. In concrete, read about the different tests of concrete, then how to do the calculation regarding weight of the ingredients of concrete, then how workability is affected, how strength is affected. Read all those factors. Those are very important factors from concrete point of view. Okay. And from management part, if you watch this lecture and if you sincerely follow this lecture till the end, I have made sure that everything regarding management part is covered. Everything, starting from calculation of total float, project duration, free float, independent float, slack of an event, then how to find out the critical path, then how to do the time estimates for PERT analysis, how to calculate the expected time of the project. All those things we have seen today. And then we have seen important formulas of engineering economics, and we have seen how to find out the depreciation charge and the book values using 4 different methods. So my personal recommendation is, if you have any doubt anywhere, text me in the Telegram group. The link of the Telegram group is provided to you in the description box. You can join our Telegram group. Next, before closing this session, I would just like to make few announcements. First one is regarding our Telegram group. I already told you that for getting the lecture PDFs, again we provide them in the Telegram group. We regularly conduct quizzes, and we oftenly conduct seminars and webinars to make you more aware about the present scenarios, the job scenarios, and how you can evolve your profile. So regarding that, all the links will be provided to you in the Telegram group. One more thing, my dear students, we at IMS GATE Academy, we offer this test series plus course, which is offered to you at a discounted price of 20%, where we are providing you with the chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test, and the full length mock test. And along with that, you are getting the GATE question bank of maths aptitude and the technical subject. And this is offered to you at a discounted price of 20%, and you don't have to use any code. You have to simply fill the Google form, which is provided to you in the description box. Okay. So this is all from my side that I have to offer. In last 1 week, we have seen 2 GATE score booster sessions for environment, 2 GATE score booster sessions for strength of material. Yesterday we conducted GATE score booster session for structural analysis, and today was CMM. So probably after a gap, I'll be back again in the month of December with one more energetic section of open channel flow, which is again the highly scoring area for your upcoming GATE examination. So I hope these GATE score booster sessions have really helped you to revise the content using the numericals, especially the formulas using the numericals. So if you have liked the video, again, don't forget it to share with your friends. My best wishes are always with you. In case of doubt, you can join our Telegram group and you can text me in the Telegram. So thank you so much for having so much of patience and watching the video till the end, and I wish you all the best for the upcoming GATE 25 examination. Please take good care of your health and with full energy attempt the GATE examination to get a rank, not just to qualify. And always remember, IMS GATE Academy is always there for your help. So this is Prateek Mishra, lead mentor for civil engineering, signing off with a smile and wishing you all the best for the upcoming endeavors. Thank you so much.